Hello there, welcome back to my channel. My name is kayeonyx. Today I wanted to talk about kind of an iconic episode of MutANT Farm. It was kind of like a thing when I was growing up. When I was a kid, this episode of MutANT Farm, MutANT Farm, like, it was the best thing ever, but I watched it recently and honestly, it's not that good. However, how can we hate it if it has one of the best Halloween songs to ever exist? We can't. It's impossible. I'm actually not going to talk about the season 1 MutANT Farm episode. I'm actually going to talk about the one that was in season 3 because it's like confundida. It's like, what is going on? But for that reason, I love it. And so, like, the one in the first season, it's just a parody of the pilot episode, and it's like ironic, but I wanted to talk about the one in the third season because it's so confusing. Who decided this? I don't know. Anyway, it starts out with the ooh, with the spooky song. And China, she comes out of the elevator and she's like, wow, a place for just mutants. And then Olive and Fletcher introduce themselves. And it turns out that there's like an evil principal person who wants to turn them into mutant slaves. Hello? The principal forces the mutants to work for her, and we assume that she is not a mutant herself. China is, of course, a Gorgon. She's forced to use her snakes to turn humans into stone, and then Angus, the zombie, is forced to chop them up. And then Lexi is actually a mutant in this episode. She's a beautiful mermaid, and she stomps the rocks down, and then Fletcher is like painting them different colors. The principal wants to have like a substrate business, pebbles for fish tanks. They just make substrate, but then they get tired of it. And so Lexi like spits water onto a control panel, and oh no, it opens up a portal to an alternate reality. Hello, like, are you keeping up? Like, were you expecting that? I wasn't. But they go through the portal, and then they zip the portal up. Oh, hi. In my mind, they were trapped in this alternate universe because they closed the portal behind them. But I was wrong. So basically, you can just unzip the portal and zip it back up whenever you want. Thank you. But anyway, they find the alternate realities versions of them, which is like the regular versions of them. And they basically trick them into dressing up as mutants and then make them go through a portal and then zip it back up on them so that they can be slaves instead of them. That's not nice. It doesn't work very well because obviously they don't have the same powers, and so how are they gonna make substrate out of people if the regular China is just in a costume and she can't turn people into stone? Like, logic. Come on, guys. If they go through the portal, they won't get magical powers. And also, the mutants, they don't feel like they belong in the other world either. So they try to blend in with the humans by wearing a I Love Being Human t-shirt. It doesn't really work, however. Throughout this whole experience, China actually had nothing to do with it. So Gorgon mutant China didn't know that this was going on. So when she finds out that these people are forced to be slaves, then she goes back into the portal and tries to find them and set things right. So good for her, like justice. So China tries to set things right, so she sneaks back through the portal and she dresses up like a statue to try to hide it doesn't really work, okay? She takes off her bonnet and she tries to turn the evil principal into a statue, but it doesn't work because the principal is actually a mutant herself. And so Fletcher actually ends up opening the window, and then it's revealed that she is a werewolf. The principal tries to get the police to like capture the mutants, but then China is like, no, get the principal, she's a mutant too. So the police get the principal and take her out, pretty much. Then the portal is opened back up, and then the normal people go back to their normal dimension, and the mutants stay on their side. And then mutant China apologizes to normal China for her friends forcing them to be enslaved. And then regular non-mutant China says, you don't have to be sorry for enslaving us. And so that's like really nice. And then it's over. Even though this is like a more topsy-turvy episode, it still has that one iconic song. And so can we hate any episode of television that has that really good song in it? I don't know. Please leave in the comments your thoughts about this episode, and thank you so much for watching.